Greetings and welcome to Vampire Survivors. I'm KatherineOfSky, and today we're going on another money run. I do so enjoy these, so we're going to put a max weapons up of, I think, 4. I'm not actually sure if Silent Old Sanctuary is really very effective at that point, but we're going to work it anyway. We're again going to choose Queen Sigma. She's she is OP. I kind of wish they would remove her from the game because I don't have any reason to play any of the other characters. I have nothing to use my money on. I mean, I've generated so many millions of monies. I have Red Death at 410. Which are the other ones? Oh yeah, Trouser I put up to 1028. And then we have, what was the other one? I think I took Ambrojo has 9. Was it Pugnala? 598 eggs? Yeah, I've been buying a lot of eggs for different people, but when you start with Sigma, it just doesn't matter. We're going to again to go to the Bone Zone. Limit break on. So let's go. There we go. Okay. First card we're going to take here. The cards we're going to take. First, start off with the middle row. We're going to go with Disco of Gold, then Wicked Season, and then Divine Bloodline. So let's start off with Disco of Gold. I just kind of like to go down the line because we're going to get these all in very short succession. The weapons we're going to take are... Let's see if we can find something that we want here. Nothing that we want. My goodness. Empty Tome is one, for sure. That's a passive. Wicked Season. This is a really important one for varying stuff. At intervals, you get a buff that doubles your... either the XP, the luck you have, the money you're making, that's really important, or doubles curse. So that's really, really useful in this situation. We're going to go ahead and buy a weapon from this little guy over here. Reroll. Pentagram we're taking as well. The other one we're taking is Divine Bloodline. This is a really weird one. Armor also affects listed weapons damage and reflects enemy damage. Reflects enemy damage. Good stuff. Character gains bonus damage depending on missing health. Defeating enemies with retaliatory damage gives plus 0.5 max health. This ends up being really more than slightly crazy. It's a really, really good one to pick up. We're going to take the pentagram. Oh, actually, we'll take the stone mask since we don't have that yet. Suck this, dude. One of the best items, unexpectedly for me, is La Roba. That's the furniture that comes down from the ceiling. It is actually really, really good. Now, the last weapon we're going to take is the cats. Let's just keep on going. What we're doing here is we want to fill all the slots that are in the bottom, the passive slots, so that we can start to pick up the items that are actually in the map. And so we can get all of those leveled up, because the first two we're going to pick up are curse items, which are going to increase the number of enemies. And we want to increase the number of enemies as fast as possible so that we can start earning more money. Initially, so this is a curse phase that's under me. You can see the skull and the pink background there. So I'm going to stand still and try to get some of these, some of the XP produced by this. I'm going to go ahead and take Pentagram, because Pentagram you want to level up as fast as possible, because in the initial stages, it deletes the XP because it doesn't have any chance to leave stuff lying around. I think there's a tiny chance, because I think I've seen XP stay around even on a really the first time you pick it up, but it is not common, and otherwise it does delete the XP. All right, let's reroll. Stone mask we have. Okay. We're looking for Totorona's box, and also something else, which I'm sure I'll recognize when I see it. And armor. Armor! Of course, we need the armor. Because of the bonus that we have with the Divine Bloodline. Really important. That is really important. Remember that if you're running low on XP, you can always just grab a bag of gold and the money will heal you up. So what I really like about La Roba, and this will become very obvious as we get to the AFK phase of this, is that it comes down in the center of the screen. And the reason that that's good is because you have this AoE around you that is the magnet that picks up stuff. So because it's falling on your head, literally, you will be able to pick it up instantly. Okay, so let's keep on going here. Keep on going. Okay, keep on going. All right. Usually in the XP phase and the curse phase, I usually stand still and I'll let the enemies come to me. It's a little bit faster in generating some XP so that we can get some more levels and again get some more curse. And also fill up our bar here. So Tarona's box is what we're looking for. And the Gatti Amari, yes, please come in. Okay, so that is the last weapon we want to take here. All right, so again, Tarona's box is what we're shooting for. Where are you, box? Oh, there it is. Yay. Tarona's box. I don't know why it's called Tarona's box, because it looks like a bar of gold, you know? Like, it doesn't look like a box. We're going to try to go get the, the pentagram is what we really want here, so that we have chances of leaving the XP on the ground. Okay, luck is our next... I mean, taking the crown, taking the skull are also very good choices here at this point, just FYI. But now we can go and pick up that last thing and we can start to travel. So Tarona's box will give us curse, which gives us more enemies, which gives us more XP. Perfect choice here. Skull-o-matic, let's go, go, go. And you notice, I don't think I've put a single point into the victory sword. Her weapon, as I was saying, is so darn OP. It's almost unfortunate, you know, it really feels like, oh, geez, you know, why do we have this, like, ultra-powerful weapon? It really is not good for the game as a whole. Oh, this is a really good situation we're in right now. We have this cat pile of scratching and whiskers and clawing and teeth and stuff, and if you stand in the middle of it, you're unlikely to get hit, or at least mitigated mostly, and it's a good position to be in. Pentagram, keep on going. All right, we really want to get that pentagram. And as you're getting the pentagram, oh yeah, XP is good. Take that one. And yeah, sure, skull, that's fine too. Wait, I was saying a word. I was saying a phrase, and I have no idea where I was going with that. Oh, I was, yeah, you kind of want to get one of the weapons leveled up to the point where you can start evolving it. Of course, that's not really going to be the case, and I think you can only get the first evolve after 10 minutes in the game. So that is something that you don't actually have to worry about too much. But yeah, go for the curse things, which are the skull and Tarona's box. Because Tarona's box, even though we only get, you know, we get these might, projectile speed, duration, etc., the last level gives you plus 100%. So it's actually 10% per level, which is the same as the cursed skull. Or skull-o-matic. Yeah, 10% per level. But Tarona's box gives you all to you on one level. That's the only difference there. It's all for one instead. So, okay. The Gatti are really good. Oh, there's a box. I want to get the box. Okay. Go. Nice. A little bit of money there. A little bit. Alright, let's see what we have here. We're very close to the gold ring, which is great. Again, that's another curse item to increase the number of enemies on the screen. We haven't run out of curse items, so we're actually doing pretty good. We're in a clover phase, as you see, so it's very okay to travel. And I just want to get to the gold and then kind of move on with things. Okay, we're in a gold thing. We don't care about the gold thing in terms of phases, really, because we are at a very low enemy count. We're kind of at low damage count right now. But here we go. One thing you really have to be very careful about with this stuff is when you're in the cursed skull phase or the skull-o-matic curse phase, these guardians can eat you. They are so dangerous. You have to walk around them, make sure you give them plenty of space. If you're going on a slow character, and Queen Sigma feels slow at this point, honestly, you might, they will overtake you. Just go away from them. If they're on top of you, go down. If they're to the side of you, go to the other side. Try to get away from them, and also try to look for money bags so you can launch the Disco of Gold, Gold Fever thing. That's pretty important. I do like to regularly check the map for boxes that drop, the chests that drop, because they are very nice. Well, yeah, they are very nice. Of course they're nice. And then you just get a little bit of extra money. And you don't have to backtrack. That's what is the most annoying part, I think, is the backtracking on occasion. We go ahead and get some more armor so we get this retaliatory damage up. And just keep on going. All right, we're in that. Whoa, that hurts. Ow. Looking for a gold bag. Looking for one. Go for the little lamps. See if you can get a gold bag, because they will eat you. Like, really eat you. And I don't see anything like that right now. As you see with this character, you really can just plow through the enemies. It's quite fine. Quite fine. Empty tome, empty tome. Oh, I need that gold ring, actually. Yeah, Gold ring. Gold ring. Armor, sure. Having that gold ring is good, and the other stuff is good. I still can't find the bag. La roba. Of course, La roba is never going to be evolvable at this stage in the game. If you're watching this from the future, then you might have an evolution by now, but yeah, at the moment we don't. So we'll pick up the gold, and notice as we are killing enemies, our health bar refills very quickly. And if you look at our health, we're already at 1325 health. By the end of this game, we'll be at around 10,000 health. And you're basically unkillable at that point by a regular enemy. This is not a build, by the way, to kill death, because it doesn't matter. Like, when you kill death on this character, you don't get the eggs, or you can pick them up, but they don't do anything as Queen Sigma. So that's kind of important to note here. So let's go to the next section. I can't even concentrate. Oh, we are on actually an XP section. Yeah, let's just farm the XP for a second until this phase is over. By the way, that ball does nothing if you kill it. It just is a thing from the map, but you don't have to focus on killing it. It doesn't give you anything, any special prizes or anything. All right, we're going to travel. We're in a clover phase. That's perfect. We are also out of the gold fever, so you need to be careful. Okay, we have another gold fever coming up, looks like it. There we go. Traveling is just fine. But we really want to get all of these items so that we don't waste our XP, or basically have them from the beginning of the game. All right, this is a bit nuts how it's just like they're just like launching themselves at me. But that's the way the game is right now, and I do love the furniture. And when we get those, the other ring and the left Metaglio, I forget which one it is. One of them gives you AoE, which is really nice. It's like huge. These pianos become like the size of half the screen, kind of. And those are really good for boosting the size of the objects that fall. And again, they fall straight from the middle of the screen down toward you, so that enemies will die near you. All right. One of the things I've been doing a lot of these runs. Okay, so this is the curse one. But anyway, I need to do a run without limit break and see if that's better while using La Roba. Now, if we get a super candy box, what we want to take is Labora. Because it is a massive killing pool for these vampires. It's just crazy good. So let's go. We're gonna just plow through here. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I want to see... Okay, area is 45 right now. I want to see what happens when we pick up the silver ring at the top. Because it's either the ring or the Metaglio gives AoE. And that affects those pianos and stuff. So we're at 45 AoE right now. This is a bit crazy, this whole thing. It is nuts. And by the way, we don't need to pick up any of the XP we're leaving behind here as we're walking through, because as soon as we evolve the pentagram into the gorgeous moon, it's going to gather the XP automatically. It's going to float all to us. So that is not something we need to even think about or consider. All right. Just going to keep on going. kind of beelining through this place. But like I said, you really want to get the curse items first, because that's going to affect what you get during the entire run, basically. Oh, okay, where is it? Here it is. Get it? Okay, so let's see. Area 45. So this one probably did something else, and I don't remember what the other one does. It's probably the Metaglio then that gives us the larger area and stuff. We can also just see. Oh, here it is. Effect lasts 5% longer, and base area is up by 5%. So both of these really synergize with what we have. So effect is going to be La Roba and the cats, the fighting things. And then the base area is up by 5%. Again, cats and La Roba, really a good item for us to be building into here. Oh, that guardian's on my tail. Look at this. Man, oh man. Let's just go quick. Did we miss any boxes? Yes, we did. Aha! Instinct for boxes. Okay, silver. Let's go with the Metaglio right for now. Get the curse up. Keep on getting that curse up. There's the box. Treasure found. We still haven't evolved a single item yet. We are so early in the run. This is kind of crazy good. Really good. We're doing really well right now. And keeping on moving. Okay, we get another arcane. So I recommend you get this one, Gemini. This is a good one because it affects both the cats and the cats. They have a counterpart to stuff. Or there are others that you can use. Where does the one I used the other time? Was it this one? No. I don't remember. I did switch one out because I had way too many weapons. Yeah, I think I did Blood Astronomia. And that probably is going to give us equal effect, because one weapon here, which is the moon, or we have one weapon here, which is the cats. But I think we'll go with the counterpart in case having the devouring hunger or whatever, or hungering eye, whatever the heck it's called, in case having that also turns more gems into, or more XP gems into gold. So we'll take that one. Silver ring, silver ring, silver ring, silver ring, 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 ring. Victory sword. And now we are finally evolving the victory sword. And we're just clicking through. And now we have, oh, level 11 and 12. I forgot about that. Okay, so now we are at the limit break. We're going to go ahead and just take random. I'll just do random. There are many good ones there, but you see how I'm leveling up like crazy right now, and it's adding all of these different things. Now, what the last one you're supposed to take is Silent Old Sanctuary. Again, I'm not really sure if it's worth it, but I think it is. If we have 4 weapons, that's still 40% might and 16% cooldown on each of the weapons. So we're going to go ahead and go for that right now. Jeez, the leveling is crazy here. I did a run yesterday that was very interesting. I got to level like 1,000, I think. It was interesting, but it wasn't a lot of money. It was only like 400,000. I don't really know why it was different in terms of like, why am I not getting the money for stuff? But I think it might have to do, I didn't play with the cats, and the cats really generate a lot of money, I think. But we can try it out. We can see. Do different things. I really enjoy this game because of the possibilities and trying to figure out what's best and the combinations and the synergies and all that stuff. It's really fun. Let's see, do we have anything? Hello? No. I was looking for a box. Let's go and circle around to get a little bit of XP here. Again, not necessary because we will be able to evolve the Gorgeous Moon or into the Gorgeous Moon. I always find that so crazy, like when it gives you this like huge, many levels like that. It's like, huh? Let's see, 146 and there it goes. Pow, like 1,000,000 levels there. Not 1,000,000, but many. 8 levels all at once. I really enjoy seeing that little spam that is above the character's head. It's like, okay, boom, 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 all these levels. Wait, did I miss it? I did. I missed something. I missed a box as well. Okay, there's the box. This should give us an evolve. Yes, good. The vicious hunger. Gosh, I forgot it's vicious. All right. Might turn anything into gold. Right. Vicious hunger. Oh, there's another one. Hooray. So again, the gorgeous moon. Perfect. That means we will get good stuff here. So where is... It's down here. Okay. Get. So now this is one that is a positive one for us. And let's see what qualities it has. I've kind of forgotten. Health recovery increases by 0.1 HP per second. Max health increases by 5%. So, but 5% doesn't make up this number. 3,200 health. And that is from the Divine Bloodline thing. Now we're going to get a lot of health in a hurry because of the spam here. So 4,600 now. Quite a lot. Quite a lot indeed. And I can just stand still. There's a guardian right next to me, but I just don't care because we're reflecting damage back. We are doing all kinds of stuff and things. Now we're at 5,071 health. This is absolutely nuts time. So now I have to talk to you for like 19 minutes while all of this happens. I guess you could skip to the end of the video if you really want to. That is possible. But I can tell you a story instead, and we'll just have, like, talk time with KOS. You know, for future episodes, feel free to do, like, question and answer kind of thing. Like, you can ask me questions in YouTube comments, and I'll try to answer them in the next episode of this kind of thing, because I think that unless they start giving us more achievements, we're probably going to be just doing gold runs or things like that, trying out different builds. I know there is one character that I still haven't unlocked yet. It's the guy with the square either at the beginning of or the end of his name. And so I'm kind of like curious to play that one with you. And he's kind of weird to find, but I wanna get him and show you how to get him. I've looked him up on the wiki, and it seems like he's X squares down and X squares to the left. But it sounds like if you just press, you know, S and A and S at the same time. I think he's southwest of the start point. I'm not sure. Again, don't quote me. I don't know. Look it up. It's in the wiki. Not hard. But yeah. And there are also other characters that I haven't played with yet, so they might be fun to explore and just see how they play. I know that, is it Dash? It has, like, he's got the evolved birds, but he has 1 HP or something. It's a bit, okay, that's interesting. I think having the Divine Bloodline might be the way to go for him. It's a bit better. Or maybe it'll help build his health pool. But I haven't played him yet. And there's a number, actually, that I haven't played yet. I think I haven't actually technically unlocked them by paying the fee because I kind of want them to be hidden until I play with them because it helps me keep track of what I've done and what not. So, and what I haven't. So, alright, there's a box over here. Hello, box. How you doing? Yeah, we haven't evolved to the soul solution yet, which is a bit unfortunate. That's the one that gives us the galaxy situation and all of that. So we want to... Oh, we have actually. Never mind. There it is. Somehow I missed it all this time. But yeah, it's an interesting game, and I really like it. This is kind of the first one, I believe, to have come out. And so far, I feel like it's the best. I've played many others. One other one that you might look into is called Nordic Ashes. I feel like it's a bit less crazy, and the graphics are really nice. They're quite beautiful, and if you like really pretty illustrations, kind of like a storybook, they look like that. It's really cool, and they're right now in demo, so you can play the free demo of Nordic Ashes. And they are, so far, I believe in the demo you can only play one character. I think they have 3 different characters. The leveling up process is a bit different. They have a skill tree, which you can put things into different points, and they kind of affect the attacks and all that other stuff. It's a bit different than this game, so you don't necessarily pick up random weapons. You can't, I believe you can pick up random modifications though. Because I believe you can pick up stuff that's outside the skill tree and you find it in chests and stuff in the outside world. I think it's kind of interesting. I really like the game, and the music is great, and the illustrations are great. Sometimes I play Nomad Survival. I don't play it on the channel anymore, but I did a few videos, and then that one's fun as well. It feels pretty repetitive. Kind of like this game, after you learn what builds are like superior, you just always play those builds. And Nomad Survival, I do kind of find interest in just, if I just want to play one of these kind of games, I'll just boot it up and like, okay, which achievement have I not done yet? So I'll just go for an achievement, because there's like over 100, I believe. There's many achievements, or there are many achievements. Not there is. I be speaking dumbs. So yeah, there are many achievements to earn, and some of them are kind of interesting. Some of them are very kind of mundane and like, oh god, really? Why? We got a candy box. Okay, that's interesting. I've noticed that you always get a candy box first and not the super candy box every single time. So we're going to go for Labora, which is, we'll pick Santa Water. If we get the super candy box, it will replace the Santa Water. I've tried. I thought I would get both, but no, it just replaces it. Which is just fine, because I really like the Santa Water or Labora for the effect here. So, we'll look forward to that. Again, it creates pools near you, usually, or at least Labora does. It goes right underneath your feet. So it kills stuff right close to you, so you can keep on generating that cash, which we have kind of mountains of right now. Not super much, but we're getting up to 300,000 now. And during this run, we have gotten, I've been looking in the Discord, and we kind of have a tiny little contest to see who's earning the most money. So we post our screenshots if we have a high score. And I'm always kind of like weirded out with, well, I'll tell you the amount first. So we've been getting up to 1.28 million, I think something like that, 1.28. And one thing that really bewilders me is, like, even if we use very similar builds, I don't understand the damage numbers. Like, sometimes Labora will be the best. Sometimes the Victory Sword will have 1.2 Gs of damage. And I'm like, how the heck? When in my game, it's done 123k instead of Gs, That's not millions. It's Googles or Google Millions or gigantic units. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so it's one of those things where it's a bit bewildering, and I don't actually understand it. Or the build might be slightly different or something, but on some of those... Oh, you know what I thought? I hadn't checked the arcanes. Maybe they had an arcane that was, like, enabling critical hits or something on enemies. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the thing. Because that would definitely pump up the damage, but I don't think it would put it up that much. So I'm still kind of like, how did that end up being there? But anyway, it's fun, and I encourage you also to post your screenshots, even if it's not like super high score. Oh, we got the candy box too. Hooray, Labora, here we come. And here's where we get the beautiful cerulean blue blob underneath us. Let's see if we can move these furnitures around a bit. That's not it. There it is. Look at this blue. It's incredible. It's absolutely beautiful. So, yeah, please come to our Discord. And you don't have to have the highest score. If you post a build that is just, kind of a high amount, like 900,000, a million, that would be awesome too, because, like, I really want to try out different builds and see what people are using to get those things. Or very high level. High level is also interesting, an interesting goal to go for. So I'm kind of, I'm always curious about those things and trying out new stuff and things and stuff. So it's a good thing. I'm trying to think of a story that I can tell you. I guess I can tell you about when I went to Oslo recently. I was taking my mom on this European vacation. This is the one where my uncle was so horrid to all of us. And he said things like, you would not believe that a person could say to their own family member. It was just like, wow, mind-blowingly bad. But anyway, my mom and I arrived in Oslo, and traveling with a person who has a physical disability, like in a wheelchair, is absolute hell. Let me tell you. At first, the people in London were like, no, 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 we can't get you to the other terminal. And I'm like, why not? You know? Like, why can't you? There's a train, there's a bus. How can you not help us? Like, I don't know anything about your airport. You know this like the back of your hand. Why are you not helping us to at least just find our way? And eventually, we had 4 hours to change to a different terminal to get on a different plane. And they were, no, 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 we can't. Finally, we got someone who actually knew what they were doing and got us called, like, a bus that could have handicap features, you know, like the better steps to get in and stuff like that, wheelchair lift, that kind of thing. And finally they took us, and we were actually almost late for the plane. Can you imagine? It took 4 hours to transfer a person a couple of miles down the road. It was like, I just don't understand that kind of inefficiency and that kind of stupidity. It is just beyond stupid. But anyway, the perils of travel, right? And so we arrived in Oslo, and it's very nice, and we stayed in this kind of not a great Airbnb, because the entrance to the Airbnb was like on top of a hill, which was really strange. And my mom couldn't navigate it very well with her walker, and so there were no stores nearby, which is very unusual for Norway. Like, there's almost always a store nearby, but I should have looked more carefully, and I should have chosen better. So that was my fault. But anyway, one of the cool things we did is we went to the very famous sculpture park. You know what? I'm going to look it up right now because I keep forgetting what it's called. But I want to tell you the correct thing. Oslo Sculpture Park. The Vigeland Park. Yeah. It's, and it's the Gustav Vigeland is the artist who made all of the sculptures in the park. And it's a very large park. It's like massive. It's big. And it's kind of in the middle of Oslo, and it's really beautiful. There's so many beautiful shady trees and things. The sculptures aren't actually that numerous. They're not everywhere. There's a lot of places where it's just like tamped down ground, kind of like dirt paths, and there's grass on the sides, and there's these beautiful shady trees. And they have a bench here and there, and lighting, and it's very, very pleasant and peaceful. And in the center, they have this interesting fountain system, which leads to a beautiful center section, which is a rose garden. And they have so many exquisitely beautiful roses that just the scent is absolutely intoxicating. It is so beautiful and so lovely and great. And my mom really loved that part of it. I mean, I was pushing her along, and I gotta tell you, there's some hills there. And when you reach a hill, it's like, okay, time to generate new muscles. And I swear, after pushing her around these major cities of Oslo and Stockholm and up and down all the hills and stuff, I feel like I have the legs of a figure skater. Man, I am like, yes, I have earned my Viking axe or sword, as the case may be, since I actually have a Viking sword now. I bought it at this festival that we had here recently. And it's really nice. I don't know if I've showed it ever. Probably could show it. But it's like made out of hot Damascus steel and has an inlaid wood handle, which ends up making it really very pretty. So actually, I could put it on right now, couldn't I? I guess I could. Let me get it from my phone, and I'll just do this because, you know, this is the trouble with all of the I don't know. Oh god, I can't even think and talk at the same time. This is terrible. I'm sorry. Ah, yes, here it is. It is in my favorites. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna share this with Discord so that I can grab the picture and try to put it in OBS so that you can see this. So let's see. I'll share it with a person who's not going to mind. because that's easier. And we'll just get it off the phone that way. That's what I usually use. I'm terrible about using Discord for that because it seems like such a pain to try to do it like, okay, upload it through the computer, because my charging cord for the phone is not plugged into the computer. It is plugged into an electrical outlet, which obviously does not have a connection with the computer. So, yeah, it's, and sharing with files and stuff is just strange. So let's try to get this picture here. Let's save it. Make sure there's nothing naughty in that picture. No, it seems okay. But it is very, very beautiful. Let's see. Let's save the image. Okay, of course you can't save the image preview because Discord introduced this thing about saving images, and then it, like right from the preview, and then it doesn't work. It never has worked from the very beginning. Like in the beginning it worked a little bit and then it stopped working. And I'm like, why? Why did it stop working? So, Cat's Viking Sword. Let's call it that. That seems reasonable. All right, so now I'm going to get this image. Sorry about the slowdown in the game. It's because I'm switching windows. The game, even though the game has priority on my, in Task Manager, it still does this thing. I don't know why. All right, so let's get the image. We're going to call it sword. All right. All right. Browse. We'll find the image. Again, sorry about the slowness of the FPS there. That's my fault because, like I said, I am in another window, and it doesn't like that. It does not like that. Okay, here we go. Okay, we actually... Oh, it's big. Okay, let's resize this a bit, since obviously the background image is not doing you much good. And this is my Viking sword. Actually, I'll take my foot out of there. There you go. There you go. There you go. So it is quite beautiful. It is a short sword. Because why would you have a long sword? I don't own a horse. The only reason you use a long sword is because you have to, you know, you're riding a horse. Long swords are impractical for hand-to-hand combat, and a short sword is much more practical. Not that I'm going to be going out and, you know, using this, but swinging it around at home is kind of fun, though. Though it's, you know what it is? It's amazingly awkward. It feels weird to try to slash at somebody because of the angles of the blade and how you hold it. I was surprised by that. I was like, huh. And I kind of almost wish that the handle was a bit different or angled differently than the blade of the sword because of that weirdness. But I don't know if that's just me or I'm not used to it or what. But the wood handle is absolutely exquisite. It is a combination of, let me actually look at it. Up close, because I was thinking it was one thing, but it might be another. I think it's a combination of... I think it might be oak. It's a bit hard to tell. But it might be oak and walnut. Either that or it could be zebra wood, but I think it's more like oak. And then it's got two bands at the, see, can you see this on OBS? No, you can't. You can't see my pointer on OBS. At the by the end of the hilt, by both ends of the hilt, I guess, it's got bands of bloodwood. It's a bright red wood, very, very thin, though. And the end and the middle bit, I forget what those are called, are made out of brass, and they're very cold to the touch. So this sword is quite... I don't know, it feels very substantial, it feels very nice, and it was a good price. It was a lot cheaper than I thought it would be, and so it was really great. So I got this sword at the thing, and I don't even know how we got on to talking about swords. I was telling you about this Vigeland Park. So anyway, no, I earned my Viking sword. There we go. That's what we were gonna say about that. Not that I hadn't before, because I'm a warrior in general anyway. But let's focus back on the game here. Click back in and it will speed up here shortly. So anyway, sometimes I like to also walk around or take a turn about the park. There we go. There we go. We sped up again and find a box or two if we can. So anyway, but my ma really, really enjoyed the rose garden. The scent is exquisite. If you like you know, the smell of roses, it is like, wow, just nice, you know, really nice. Let's check on our HP. HP is at 5270, and I think the reason for that low number is because we aren't actually hitting anything. Nothing can get close enough for us to do retaliatory damage, so we're not getting any retaliatory damage. And I think once we get to where the enemies are much higher HP, they might start actually hitting us. But again, La Roba is doing a good job, so is Labora, and nothing is actually contacting our character. At the sculpture park, there is a very famous statue of a crying baby. And I have to say, I've seen it, and it's like, why would anybody care about this small, stupid statue? It doesn't even look very good. One thing about this artist is that some of his poses are good, like they're mostly just people in different poses, and some of the poses are good, and some of them are like, that doesn't make any sense, or like, why would anybody stand that way, you know, or like posed with another person? They're like, eh? I mean, it's not even ballet or artistic or something. It's just like, eh? So I wasn't that enthralled with the sculptures in the park. There is a large fountain, the tops of which are at the top of a hill. And that, I have to say, is most impressive. It looks like a proper monument. But in general, I didn't really care for the statues in the park, as per se. I really just more enjoyed the nature itself there. And they have a little cafe there. We did not stop there because we had the idea that it was very expensive, so we skipped it. And preferring to just get water from the car or just go to another... I think we were going to go to like an Indian place afterward that day. So that was nice. That was really nice. And yeah, it was really kind of cool. We went also to visit the kind of suburb area of Lillestrøm. That's to the east of Oslo proper. Or it's part of the Oslo kind of metropolitan area. And it's a very nice place. It's the first stop on the train as you go out from Oslo to the east. And it only takes like 15 minutes from the airport, which was kind of cool. I really enjoyed that part. And the bus systems, of course, are fantastic. The trams, buses, trains. I can't convey to you how good they are compared to the kind of non-existent part of the U.S. And I say that, and so many people argue, it's not non-existent KOS. There's plenty in the East. No. If you've ever been to Norway or Sweden, you would say, oh, KOS is right. They aren't existing in America. Like, they might actually have some stops or some trains here and there, but it is not even close to the same of the public transportation glory that is the Scandinavian countries, because they actually care about their people. The US does not care about its people, and that's just terrible. It is terrible. But anyway, we're so behind in technology, banking, medicine, all of the things. It's just horrible. So anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that because I could go on for days. I could literally go on for days. And you want to play Vampire Survivors, not go on for days about how backward the US is. So I won't. But anyway, the public transportation there is amazing, and it's really a welcome sight because I'm a person who doesn't like to waste my time, and I feel like driving is wasting my time. I'm not able to do anything else while I'm driving. I'm not getting paid for driving. I'm not doing any job. I'm just wasting my time trying to get myself from the north to the south. And if you look at the traffic on the highway from Cheyenne to Denver, you just see how many people are also trying to get from north to south. Like thousands. Why are we not sharing a train driver? You know, why aren't we sharing somebody to do the driving for us while we can focus on other things and just pay them for this? And I know there's going to be so many... You know what? Send your comments in. Let's boost this video up through YouTube algorithms. But, like, Yes, I understand the infrastructure. I understand the freight companies own the railroad and they don't want to share it with passengers. I get it. I understand that. I know the situation. But we owe it to ourselves to change that situation. Um, because it's important, you know. It's terrible for the environment what we're doing with all these cars and trucks, not even using trains for freight most of the time. It's like, what? You know, dude, you know? It just doesn't even make sense to me how we are in this terrible situation. Also, we're not getting a lot of money in this round, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. We'll get 900,000, I believe, but yeah, we haven't gotten over 1 million, which I kind of wanted to have, but you can look in Discord and see my proof pictures of what I've gotten. And again, I run this same build. I've run this exact build many, 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 many times, but it has a different result every time. It's really strange the way that is. So it's kind of variable how much money you're going to get at the end of a round, but it's a lot better than the previous build I was using. I think I showed it earlier on the channel where it was like 300,000 per run. So this is like triple that anyway. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you also... Oh, okay, death got me. And I think that's pretty much going to be it. We'll just quit. But I hope you'll also share your builds in Discord, and yeah, it'll be cool. Maybe part of the variability is this. Maybe we need to take limit break on the eye. I never thought about that, but the other weapons got a lot of limit break on them. So maybe that's the problem, is the eye. Or maybe we take the limit break off and we just take extra money through getting levels. That is another situation, though it really isn't a whole lot. You get, the bag says it's 25 gold, but with all the bonuses, it's something more like 150 or 250 because of how much you get from the various bonuses in the game. So yeah, I don't know. But it ends up being something like 100,000. It's not really a lot. Anyway, we did well. We got a few things. We got Labora, was our best DPS, followed very closely by Laroba. I think a lot of people discount Laroba, but it is very, very good. You can see those beat every other DPS just by a mile, you know, really did work. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.